Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on The Flash Season 9. Now, though we are at the 2-week mark now, I think officially, I think it's exactly 2 weeks from when this video will come out, until The Flash returns for its season premiere for the 9th and final time, and you'd expect between now and then for us to be getting some last minute like promo material and stuff like that, whether it's promo images, maybe another little trailer there or something like that, maybe a poster or two. But they are of course still filming this season. Of course it was very well advertised that they were filming episode 9 previously due to the return of Oliver Queen and company for that particular episode, but now they are on episode 10, which at least in regards to announcements hasn't had any in regards to like returning faces and stuff like that like episode 9 did. Of course, episode 10 will be the 4th last episode, so they're in that definite final stretch of episodes for filming. But thanks to some set photos, we know that there will be some returning faces, though there hasn't been any announced like we had with the other ones. But in a way, these are faces that I didn't expect to be showing up and be happening in this season until maybe like the series finale in episode 13. And even then, that might be a stretch depending on how the show ends. But yeah, it's happening in episode 10, so it's a bit of a surprise. Now, as per usual with the set photo stuff, this is coming from Canada Graph, so link in the description down below to where these photos came from. So just a quick, I was going to say a quick disclaimer, as if this is like a trigger or something, or it's going to be a jump scare. But Eric Wallace is directing episode 10. Now, we don't know the episode at the moment, which is pretty rare. Not a surprise, sorry. I mean, it would have been rare if we did, because we don't even know the episode title for episode 9. And that was everywhere. So yeah, no episode title. Could be something interesting, could be something pretty basic, I don't know. But we do actually have 2 batches of set photos. They are from the same area. They were filming in the general same area, similar to episode 9 that filmed on multiple days but was sort of filmed in the same area. This was filmed on separate days but in the same area because it was with different actors. So yeah, we're going to go over the first day of filming, which is only a couple of things, and then we'll go over the second day, which contains the more interesting things. So the first day had some shots of Joe and Sing, and as you can see here, obviously you can tell it's Joe and Sing. It's not a recast, it's the same actors and stuff like that, but there's still a bit of a difference to them. Now, Sing in particular just looks younger in style. He actually looks like the comic book version. The comic book version of David Singh or Captain Singh has like a goatee and a very, going like a very thick goatee mustache sort of thing going on. Even like the hair is different than how Singh normally has it. It's sort of like very poofed up but flowing at the same time. He just looks younger in general. And even when you look at Joe, he looks different as well. He sort of looks like your classic Joe, but he looks more like I know what you'd call like a beat cop, like a cop that just like, on the streets and stuff like that. Like, what do you want to call it? Like a patrol cop, I think. I know what you'd call it. Oh no, let me know. Like on patrol, like they're going on the street and stuff like that. Not a detective, or at least doesn't look like a detective at this point. So when these set photos came out, I was like, okay, interesting. I thought maybe it could have been multiverse, but then I was thinking, is it time travel because Singh looks younger? But I was like, maybe Singh just has like I don't know, between the last time we saw him and this point in season 9, he goes, I need to make myself look younger or something like that, and maybe that's why this happens. But then we got the second set of photos, and I was like, okay, this changes everything and makes me think that maybe I was right with that, there being something odd with the Joe and Singh stuff and that it's not in the current day. So as you can see here, the first photo will get you straight away. We have John Wesley Shipp and Michelle Harrison, who, were usually used to popping up in the present day, I guess you could say, or at least like in the present day storyline with our present day characters, as Jay Garrick and Joan Williams, or Joan Garrick. But this is clearly Henry Allen and Nora Allen. This is not Jay and Joan, this is Henry and Nora. So you're thinking, okay, this could just be a flashback scene to years before Nora died, and maybe that's why Joe is not like at the level he is as a detective, and Singh looks younger and stuff like that. That'd make complete sense. But then we cut to this photo here, and we have Barry here on the street with Nora and Henry over the top of him going like, oh my god, our son's on the floor passed out. What's going on here? And there's even another photo right here with Barry sort of like kneeling down. I don't know if this is during the filming or this is just Grant getting in position and just looks a bit awkward. Not 100% sure. But yeah, we have we have Henry and Nora Allen alive when Barry is older. And I must say, Barry in this photo is very much looking like season 1 Barry with that haircut and even that outfit. I think that actually might be... Actually, I'm going to come back to you in 2 seconds. It's going to be like one... It's literally going to be like 2 seconds. For me, it's going to be like 3 minutes because I need to look up an image from season 1, episode 1. Okay, I'm back, even though it's only probably been like 2 seconds for you. I had a look, and that shirt that Barry is wearing does... He's worn it a few times, or very similar looking shirts. I think he actually wears that specific shirt in season 1, episode 2, based off a promo image I was looking at. But he did have like a cardigan on top of it. So it just looks like we are looking at, you know, I don't know what you call it, like a Barry situation in like 2014, I guess you could say. But the thing with this... Fair enough if Henry was there. If Henry Allen was there, I'd be like, okay, fine. But Nora's there. Nora died all those years before that. So why the hell is she there? What has happened? Is this another Flashpoint situation? And then I was thinking, well, that could be the case. But even then, if you look at Nora, she doesn't look like she did in Flashpoint. In Flashpoint, they made her, you know, have some grey hair and everything like that. This looks like the Nora Allen in design and everything that died on that night. Or like when Barry was younger. So I'm really... confused what's happening here. Is this like a Flashpoint similar situation? Is it like an alternate timeline sort of thing potentially? Like could this be a timeline? I saw this people saying this potentially. Could this be a timeline where Barry never became the Flash? It's like a what if type scenario, but then again it makes you wonder what's going on with Barry like on the ground and everything like that. But also if this is the case, this is a timeline where, you know, Barry didn't grow up with Joe but still would have interacted with Joe because Henry Allen and Joe knew each other and stuff like that. So they'd still be familiar with each other, but not completely disconnected or anything like that. So I don't know, it's a very interesting situation that's going on here, and we don't have too much context to it outside of just looking at the characters, seeing how they're presented. I think even Nora in the photo here, you can look in her right hand, I think she's holding a flip phone, which makes you think this is actually quite a few years back. Like honestly, you think it's pre-2010s if someone's using a flip phone, especially a flip phone that has like an antenna coming out of it, if that is a flip phone. So I don't know, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens here and what the actual context for the episode is. Eric Wallace is directing it, and he directed the Still Force episode, I think it was last year, which was a bit crazy and, you know, not like all over the place in a bad way, but very all over the place in regards to a lot of stuff happening and being in a very different environment. So I wonder if he's tackled this episode again, because it's very much like the situation last season in that Still Force episode that he handled. So I'm very curious to see how this plays out, because there could be a couple of different scenarios. And it makes you wonder whether this is just contained in this episode or it's something that's meant to bleed into those final 3 episodes of the season. And you never know, maybe it's connected to the villain. But another potential thing is that whether this is actually playing off episode 9, which of course, as we said, is the episode where Diggle, Wally, Bloodwork, and Oliver Queen come back, and we're led to believe there's some sort of timey-wimey stuff happening in that episode. So does that continue over into this 10th episode of the season? But it's even crazier, and it's with different characters and everything like that. I don't know, man. I wasn't expecting it. When this, you know, set photos came out, I was fine with the Joe and Sing ones. I was like, okay, look a bit different, but okay, that's just how it is, I guess. But now we have Henry and Nora, who are 2 characters who are not only dead, but they didn't die at the same time. Their deaths are spread out. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how things play out. But I guess Henry wouldn't die if there was no Zoom there, and also Nora wouldn't die if there was no Reverse Flash. So if Barry never became the Flash, both of their deaths don't happen. So maybe that's the actual setup. Like maybe Barry does some weird thing where he wishes he wasn't the Flash, or someone makes him experience like the pros of not being Flash, but also the cons. So maybe his parents are alive, but a lot of other people's lives are messed up. Maybe we see what's happened to Caitlin, Iris, everything like that. Maybe that's what's going on there. Now, we are still yet to get the confirmation on who the final villain of the season is in the show, I guess. That's still yet to be out there. We still don't know if it's playing off that gem thing, if it is Cobalt Blue, if it's meant to be something Reverse Flash related. We are still yet to find that out, and I don't know if that would be revealed in set photos. But as I said, this could be connected to some of that villain stuff that's been going on, or could be going on in the end of this season. But I am very curious to hear what you guys have to say. Like, what do you think exactly is going on? Do you think it's like a Flashpoint type situation where the Barry's caused it or someone else has caused it? Do you think it's an alternate timeline sort of thing that Barry's experiencing, which I guess is Flashpoint, but I guess maybe to a different extent at the same time? And if that is the case, could this be a timeline where Barry never became the Flash? Whether it's maybe he got hit by lightning, but he just didn't get powers from it. Or maybe there was a different situation where a couple of different people got hit by lightning and he just wasn't the one to get speed and someone else did. Maybe there's another Flash within the city and he's not the Flash. So, yeah, I guess that's like Flashpoint though, because Wally was the Flash or Kid Flash. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down there, because I'm sure there could be a couple of different theories that people do have. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like on it to show support. Let me know in the comments section down below your various opinions about all this stuff. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, and I will catch you guys later. Goodbye.